This here is the deal. Yes. Welcome back to the Countess Presents. Woo, I had to come and do a little commentary on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after last night's episode, of course. In case you haven't noticed, I did dye my hair. It's now black. I had to go a little natural. You know, I feel like I look like a love child of Elton John and Diana Ross when Elton John was experimenting. Boop, and I popped out. This me. Anyway, John, let's just get right to the meat and the potatoes of this Beverly Hills episode. Okay, so first, I ain't drinking no liquor today. This just a little lemonade and a little Sprite. That Sprite gives it the little fizz that I need in my life. So, this episode was a continuation of the hot mess of the little launching party for Mauricio's agency called The Agency, where he sells like all his real estate and carrying on. So, if you saw the previous episode, all the ladies got together at dinner. And of course, you know, Lisa is not on good terms with Adrian. And now Brandy is not on good terms with Adrian. But you know who really, and she my girl, she is my girl, but I kind of felt like that she has manipulated the whole situation. Kyle. Because if you go back to the dinner, Kyle, it was you who asked Adrian, you know, what happened between you and Adrian. And then when Brandy, because, you know, Brandy, she might be a loose cannon. I will give you that. But when you ask Brandy a question like that, you don't know what's going to come out of this half a mouth. So, you know, she does shoots off at the mouth a lot. You know, Brandy is not my most favorite housewife, but I do feel like in this episode she was done a little bit wrong. But of course, we will get into that. So, like I said before, Kyle asked Brandy, you know, what was the problem? And so Brandy socks it to him. I don't even know what she said because Bravo didn't let us see all of that. I don't know if it was, you know, if she had some kind of insight into the abuse stuff that was going on in their divorce carrying on that we all know about now. But of course, they probably didn't know about then. So she could have been talking about that. I really don't know. She sounded like she under some kind of gag order or something because she really ain't saying too much because, you know, Brandon will just talk. She will just talk. She will say whatever. So I don't know why she's not saying what really happened. So I think that's where some of the ladies are getting frustrated with her. But when it all comes down to it, that's between her and Adrian. And if she don't want to tell it, it ain't none of their damn business. Boom, point blank, in the period. So whatever. She spills Adrian's tea. They get to the party. So Kim, which Kim is my girl too. I like the drink too, Kim, even though you don't drink anymore. But Kim pulls Adrian and Paul, you know, to the side and tells them what Adrian, not Adrian, child, what Brandy has said. So, of course, this causes a big old explosion. And Paul, looking like he's some kind of domestic violence abuser, all up in Brandy's face. Now, Brandy is still sitting there like this. You know, she was trying to be a very classy white woman for a little minute. And, you know, then she had to let some F-bombs go because he called her about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different bitches. Like, I think he went into like double-digit bitches. Like, she was a lot of bitches. So, you know, it's understandable that she would get a tad bit upset and have to defend herself, especially when you feel like you're being ganged up on, honey. Because trust me, if I feel like I'm being ganged up on, I'm going to fight dirty. And that's just it. And she had to deal out the low blows and whatever, what have you. So they get into this big fight. Of course, they do this dramatic exit, and Chum, who this? They do this dramatic exit, and we don't see them on the this episode. I guess they too upset and carrying on. Um, so then, like, Kyle pulls Kim outside, and who else is out there? Camille, I believe. Camille, you might as well get on back in the opening credits and let them give you a check, honey, because they're really using you this season. But Kyle is trying to understand why did Kim even say anything, which, I kind of agree with Kyle about because there is a time and place. I tweeted that to Brandy and put a hashtag in front of it, make it trend. But, this could have been later. They didn't have to tell them at this event. It could have been a phone call after this happened. But, real talk. Y'all know when these ladies get together, it's going to be some kind of mess. So if Kim did not tell her at the function, eventually somebody was going to get a little bit too full on the champagne and the shit was going to fly anyway. So I don't even know why they acting all brand new. But, Kyle, she was really going at Kim. And Kim was, kind of just shading Kyle, just like, whatever, honey, you need to get out of my face. Because I believe that Kim is older, so she pulling her older sister T and like, okay, look here, little bitch, I ain't finna take this from you. Basically is what she was saying. And Kyle, I don't need you to always be the victim whenever Kim pops back at you because you pop off at Kim a lot. Nah. Y'all have to understand, back in the day, Kim Richards, she was the shit. Like, she was the it girl. Like, she was the Britneys and the Lindsays. Well, before Lindsay became a drunk and a crackhead. And all them other girls, the Demis, all of them. She was them back in the day. So, basically, I'm saying she was a very classy white woman back in the day. So, she started drinking and the booze got to her. So, she kind of lost her classy white womanness. And, that kind of went away. So now that she has gotten back sober, her classy white womanness is seeping back into her. And now she is more, coming to. And so she's going to start reading these girls, and I don't think they can handle it. Sometimes I think people are glad to see you down. Well, not necessarily down, but if you're having some kind of problem, like if you drink too much, if you're on drugs, if you're depressed, I think some small part of some people enjoys that. I don't know if this whole I want to help you thing, but they can't take it when you come up out of that and you start finding yourself and you start popping off and you start letting them know what the deal is. And I think Kyle is kind of having that little issue with Kim, which she is going to have to get over, honey, because Kim is sober and she is here to stay, and she got her snatched back classy white woman ponytail, and she is not trying to hear your mess. So, boom. But we moved past all of that. Needs to say, folks that went over to Brandy, trying to talk to her, and she ends up leaving. But it was not Brandy's fault. Like, yeah, she said it, she put it out there, but that was Kim's choice to go tell her and to create this argument. So nobody needs to be trying to blame Brandy for anything that happened at that party, because I think she actually handled it very well. So now Kyle decides to throw some kind of party, basically to bamboozle Brandy is what it looked like, because it looks like it was another setup circa last season or the season before, whenever the hell it was, when Camille had her party and Faye Resnick came, and Faye started reading Camille up in her own house. But that's in the past. We ain't gonna go back there. So, they all show up in their very classy white woman outfits. Side note, Camille, since you and Kelsey ain't been together, you've been with this long, blah, 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 you've been with this young man, you've been real casual these days. I ain't criticizing. I like it. It's kind of making you about 10, 15 years younger. You got your whole, I'm just going to throw me on a classy white woman blouse, some classy white woman jeans, and I'm just going to punch it out the door, and that's going to be me. I like that. You don't feel the need to be dragged around no big ass evening gown all day. But, so they all sit down for the meal, and then, these questions start coming to Brandy about this whole Adrian mess. And then here we go. Here it is, it's Faye. Faye, I don't even think you even getting a guest starring paycheck. So I don't even know why they got you on the side doing little interviews and carrying on, because you don't have that much clout up in there. I know Kyla's your girl, but she needs to tell you that you need to stay in your place, because all that stuff that you're trying to come at her with, like, wasn't even necessary. And I don't like to see anybody just ganged up like that. And when what's the other classy white woman name? Marissa something with the blue dress on. She tried to say something in Brandy's defense. And what did Faye do? She just automatically shut her down. Like, oh no, you don't know Brandy. But Faye, you don't know Brandy either. So it was just a whole episode of wrongness. Like I said, Brandy is not my favorite housewife. Like, she is probably actually my least favorite. But she was kind of wronged in this one. And, everybody just kind of needs to take a step back. And, I think Taylor said that that group of women has they always seem to bring out stuff that don't need to necessarily come out, or, people's truths that are not ready to come out. So that just seems like that's the whole part of it when you're on a reality show. I mean, hell, if I ever get on a reality show, I know people gonna know all my business, child. They're gonna know I slept with a married man. But that's in the past, honey. But you just have to get ready for that stuff to come out. See, that's why I overshare. That is exactly why I overshare, because I don't want to be hit with nothing, just by surprise. Oh, I was trying to keep that a secret. Usually I'm very open about who I've slept with, what drugs I may have done on purpose or on accident, and just, any little stupid crap I've done in my lifetime. So, if you don't want nothing to come out, either you shut the hell up, watch who you have around you, or you just go ahead and put it on out there. So, you know what? You have control of the situation. Adrian, why are you trying to paint this pretty, perfect, innocent life? And, I'm not trying to say anything bad about domestic violence. That is very awful. But I think we saw this last season where it was this displaced anger, i.e. Taylor, where she was popping off at the other ladies, where really she wanted to give that to Russell, but she couldn't, because it ended up in bruises and contusions and carrying on. So I think that's what we're seeing now. And maybe we'll get some more insight as the season goes on. But, child, that's all I have to talk about. I don't know what these hoes gonna do next week, but I need them to pull it together and be very classy white woman like, because they're not doing that right now. But anyway, that is all I have for this one. I don't think I want to do any dramatic exit. That's getting too expensive. Peace out. Bye.